Today, I came with a public service announcement and a warning. To you that you want to buy a new car, you have been on Facebook Marketplace or you have been on Gigi and you see that car that is ridiculously cheap and you are thinking, God don't finally butter my bread. Work with me. That car you want to buy is a trap and you should not buy it. Today I will show you 5 reasons why that very cheap car, that extremely cheap car that you have been eyeing, will most likely not be a good deal. Number 1, there are very many hidden problems. So, for example, you've been looking at Gigi or you've been looking at Facebook Marketplace, especially that Facebook Marketplace. You see a 2006 Corolla that is sold for about 4.5 million to 5 million. I see somebody wanting to sell it for 1.5 million. And you're thinking that, let me rush and buy this car before somebody buys it. My brother, wait. There's a problem with that car that you are waiting to discover after you have bought the car. So there are going to be many hidden problems. Many people don't just sell their car because they want to sell their car, especially people who are not dealers. You see a private car user says he wants to sell his car. Ask him very well, there's something wrong with the car. Is it that he's tired of the car, or the car has caused him emotional trauma, or there's just something attached to the car. That's why he wants to sell the car, because nobody wakes up and decides that they want to sell their car. Maybe he bought a new car. So yes, hidden problems. There's most likely going to be a hidden fault. Ask him very well. Maybe the injector system is bad, or the fuel system is bad, or the suspensions, all of the arms, the power steering, all of these things. So I'm not saying that you should not buy cars that have faults, but you should know the faults that the car have. That's number 1. And make sure that it is something you are willing and able to get into before you buy it. That's why if you want to buy a car like that, ask questions. Make sure the seller tells you exactly what is wrong with it, and then you make a mental map if you are willing and able to fix it. For example, you want to buy a car and then they tell you that the transmission is bad. Now, before you buy that car, go and make findings of how much they sell the transmission. Make findings of how much is labor for fixing the transmission fluid, all of those stuff that you're going to need, and then add it to the price of the car and see if it still makes sense. You don't want to buy a car that the market value is 4 million and you want to buy 3 million. Meanwhile, the transmission is 1.5 million. That's apart from labor cost and miscellaneous that might come up. So if you want to get involved in a deal like that, make sure you know what you are going for. If the engine is bad, confirm how much they sell the engine, confirm what it will take to change the engine, and all of that. So know what the issue is and come up with a roadmap to fix it. Number 2, fuel consumption. Now, some cars consume excessive fuel. When you ask the mechanic, they'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with it. You will be thinking that maybe the fuel tank is leaking or something is pouring away somewhere. And then you go and meet your mechanic and be like, Boris, this my car, they chop too much. And you look at them like, yes, Nana, so it be. It's an old, he said that they'll tell you that it's old school and why they chop fuel like that. So, and some other cars can be newer, but they are consuming a lot of fuel, probably because there's a problem with the fueling system. The injector system is bad, the ECU is not reading fuel consumption correctly, something like that. So make sure that if it's a newer car, make sure that you scan it, know what the problem is, and know that you are ready to face that fuel consumption problem. And one more thing I would need you to know is, if you are buying a car, prepare for the worst. Like, worst case scenario, will I still be able to use this car? So for example, the car is chopping fuel, and then you think that, okay, when I change the nozzle, when I remap the ECU, all of those things will cause the fuel consumption to reduce. And then after doing all of those things, the fuel consumption does not go down. In fact, it even increases the fuel consumption. You spend money trying to figure out what the problem is, and then the fuel consumption has increased. Will you still be able to use the car, or will you be looking for the next person that you're going to hand the car over to? Number 3 would be the parts availability and costs. Some cars are very cheap, but their parts are not available. For example, a couple of years ago, I'm using cars like your Kia, like your Hyundai. You would know that those kind of cars, before you get their parts, you almost reach the manufacturer. Even though the cars were cheap, their parts were not readily available. So once your car has issues like that, you maybe just drop it somewhere until you can find the part, or you sell it off to the next unsuspecting buyer. So yes, confirm the parts availability and the cost. Number 4 would be constant repair. Cars have many moving parts attached to each other, and then as they advance, those parts are prone to failing. For example, things like your alternator, your serpentine belt, all of those things, they have their lifespan, and once they are getting towards their lifespan, you are either expected to fix it or they would fail on you. Now, the older a car gets, the more failing parts that it has. And then because around here we don't have a lot of genuine parts, you can take the parts that are failed from one car and then you put it into your car, and you assume that you already have a new part, unknown to you that you are using the failed parts from another car, and then you put in your car, and a couple of months after it fails again. So be prepared for the constant repairs. If you are buying, say, a BMW that has 300,000 miles, just know that you are buying problem. Many parts of that car will fail. Or you are buying a Ford Edge that has like 150,000 miles, just know that many things you are going to change it. Water pump, crank, all of those stuff, you are going to change them. And some of them will happen at once, some of them will be happening one after the other. It will be as if they are chasing. It will be as if your village people have chukan inside your matter. As you finish changing water pump, radiator will spoil. You finish changing radiator, your serpentine belt will cut, your power steering will not work again. So all of those things, be prepared for the constant repair that might come with it. A pro tip: before you buy that car, go around to mechanics that fix that kind of car. For example, you want to buy a Mercedes-Benz GLK. Go to various Mercedes-Benz mechanics and then check out the amount of GLKs that are parked there. If possible, engage in a conversation with the mechanic. Ask him, bros, that one that is staying there, why is it there? They'll tell you, the suspension spoil and the owner not get money fit. I'll be like, okay, that's small. And how about that one that is there? They tell you that the water pump spoil, water can't enter the engine can't knock. You say, okay. They ask you of the other one that is there. They say, the head has spoiled. Yes, the head has spoiled, so work again. The owner no get money fit. So just walk around to various mechanics and see if you see a lot of those cars parked at the mechanic. So if you see that many of those cars are at the mechanic just parked, you should know that that is a wrong car to buy. Number 5 would be the resale value. I can assure you, see, if you ever tried to sell a second-hand car in Nigeria and you did not cry, or you did not feel like, you know what, I'll just keep the car in my house and be looking at it, I'm not sure that you took it to the right place. So here's what happens when you want to sell a car. For example, you see people pricing it peanuts. You say, you look at the car and be like, because of the issues that it has, the tire is this, the seats are this, all of those things, that let me put it at 1.5, and then you put the car at 1.5, and somebody will come and meet you and be like, no, you can't pay more than 600k for that car that you bought for 2.5M. You've used it for a while, and then you now say, okay, because I've used it for a while and the issues you have, 1.5, someone will not come and tell you that 600. If it's more than 600, they are not going to buy it. Check out the resale values of the car if you have plans of selling it. Some people don't have plans of selling their car. They have plans of maybe dashing it out, or sowing it as seed, or using it, it enters the ground and then just park it somewhere. Yes, if that's you, fine. But if you have plans of selling the car in the future, make sure that you are going to get, if you mind, make sure that you get a high resale value for your car. Before you go and buy that cheap car on Facebook Marketplace or GG, make sure that you check out all of these things. Make sure that you are ready for what might be coming your way. And if this video made sense to you, consider liking and sharing. Share this video to your friend that's about to buy a new car, or that showed you one overly exciting deal on GG. Send it to that person, and until I come your way again, continue doing wise. Cheers.